We're going to start with my new and updated power rankings that saw a little bit of a shift last week for the first time in a long time. But let's get started here at number 10. I have the Minnesota Twins. The AL Central is so weird to me. The Twins are the team holding on right now. They hold that playoff spot. They would win the division if the season ended today. I do believe they're a good team, but nobody's really wanting to step up and pull away and take the reins there in the Central. Twins are 53-47, playing okay baseball of late, but they are a good team. Buxton, Correa together, Joe Ryan, Duran in the back end of that bullpen. Carlos Correa said to me earlier this year, keep an eye on Duran. He's unbelievable. And he has been really good. Throws fuego, has a nasty splitter. He's really good. I have the Twins here at number 10. Moving on to number 9, the Seattle Mariners. If the Mariners never played the Houston Astros, their record, they could be the best team in baseball right now. But unfortunately for them, they do. And since the All-Star break, every one of their losses has come at the hands of the Houston Astros. Now, if you're going to lose to anybody, it's the Astros aren't a bad team to do it to because they are really good. The Mariners are beating up on everybody else and have played themselves from, honestly, the 15 to 20 range in my power rankings a couple months ago to number 9. They're 55-48 since June 1st. So this is the date. This is the date I bring this up by. It's been 2 months now. Since June 1st. Their 800 win percentage in one-run games is by far the best in MLB. The Braves are second at 750. So in one-run games, the Mariners are on another planet than everybody else. And you play a lot of one-run games in baseball. They're here at number 9. At number 8, the San Diego Padres. I'm a big believer in this Padres team. They just need Tatis to come back, and they have held their ground long enough. It's time for him to come back, and they need him. They need something. The leader in the clubhouse for Juan Soto, San Diego Padres right now. Will it happen? I don't know. But imagine if they get Tatis back, which he's taking BP now. He's hitting balls off the Western Metal Supply Company. Good Lord, say that 3 times fast. Hitting balls off the Western Metal Supply Company building in left field. His wrist apparently feels good. So imagine getting him and Juan Soto at the same time and pairing him with Manny Machado. Oh, man, that could be nasty. But for right now, they're playing around 500 baseball lately. Nothing great, nothing bad. They're here at number 8. Moving on to number 7, the Brewers. Coming out of the break, the All-Star break, they've been really good. 7-2 since the All-Star break, which is tied with the Blue Jays for best in all of baseball. Their pitching is really, really good. We know that. Freddie Peralta coming back very soon, so they will have their big 3 back at the top of the rotation. They're here at number 7. Moving on to number 6, the Toronto Blue Jays, who, as I just mentioned with the Brewers, they have the most wins in baseball, tied with the Brewers since the All-Star break. Since firing Charlie Montoyo, they have the second most wins in all of baseball. We've seen a few managerial firings this year. The Phillies, the Angels, the Blue Jays. The Phillies went on an upward trajectory the second it happened. The Angels, more of the same, down. And the Blue Jays, upwards. They have been playing fantastic. Their offense has been the best in baseball this year. If you look at average and some of the other stats, they've been the best in baseball. They're here at 6. At number 5, the Atlanta Braves. This NL East is a battle, an absolute battle. The Braves I have here behind the New York Mets, spoiler alert, but they're behind the Mets in the division. And for right now, they're behind the Mets in my power rankings because to me, it became a big series. The Braves and the Mets go into Atlanta. Both teams have been playing. The Braves have been playing really, really good. They run into the Mets, who had been leading the division. It was a huge series. The Mets won that series. So as of right now, the NL East still runs through New York. The NL East is still the Mets division. The Braves have been playing really good, though. They lead all of baseball in strikeouts on the mound. Spencer Strider has been fantastic. Both of their rookies are a big reason for their year this year. Spencer Strider, Michael Harris II, and then, of course, all the other studs in that rotation and on that team. The Braves are here at number 5. At number 4 is the New York Mets. Jacob deGrom is back. Tuesday, his first start. in the major leagues this year. Thankfully, the best pitcher on planet Earth is coming back. And on Tuesday, he makes his debut this year for the Mets. And now they'll have DeGrom, Scherzer, Bassett. The rotation will look more like what they wanted it to. The lineup has been fantastic. Since the All-Star break, they have the 5th most runs scored in baseball and the 3rd best team ERA in baseball. Those two things, well, that is a recipe for success. Moving on to number 3, the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers have been very good for over a month now. They've been very good. 12-3 in their last, that's 15 games, 12-3 in their last 15. Fewest runs per game allowed, 3.28 all year long. Their pitching has been phenomenal. Their hitting has been phenomenal. They need some back into the bullpen help. I don't know if Chris Martin is the answer there. I do still think they need an arm or two, but look, and that's to compete in the World Series, which is where this team needs to get. Dave Roberts, before the year, goes out and says, we're winning the World Series. That's a bold statement. They need to back that up. They are more than capable of doing it. This year is a failure if they don't do it, and they need more at the back end of that bullpen than just Craig Kimbrell. That's not the answer. He should be more like a 7th, 8th inning guy. But they need more answers there in the bullpen. But they have been really good. They're here at number 3. Moving on to number 2, the New York Yankees, who last week for the first time got moved out of the top spot, and deservedly so. They're 13-13. They were 13-13 in the month of July. That is .500 baseball. For a team that was on pace to break all sorts of records and break the all-time record, it's not going to happen. And the month of July was not good for the New York Yankees. So they got moved out of the top spot. Now, full disclosure here, because you now probably know who number 1 is. Last week was the first time since like the first week of the year that there was a huge shift in the power rankings. It went Astros, Yankees, Dodgers. This week, there really wasn't a ton to sway that one way or the other. The Yankees played okay. They got swept by the Mets. They lost a game to the Royals at the last second in the 9th inning. Clay Holmes blew a lead. The Yankees do have some weaknesses, and they showed in the month of July, but they are still 69-34, and they do have the best record in baseball. They have the most wins in baseball, and they're here at number 2. And moving on to number 1, the team that was here last week, the Houston Astros. Now really let me talk about these 1, 2, and 3 teams. These are the 3 best teams in baseball: the Astros, the Yankees, and the Dodgers. I put them here at 1, 2, and 3 last week, and they all make me look bad. The Astros get swept by the A's. The Yankees get swept by the Mets and lose a game to the Royals. And the Dodgers lose 2 of 3 to the Nationals and lose a game to the Rockies. Now, winning games in Coors Field is never easy, but the Rockies are not a good team. None of these teams played great this week. So that is the reason that there wasn't much of a shift here. This is what it was last week. This is what is remaining this week, because nobody, 1, 2, or 3, deserved to get bumped up. Obviously, you can't get bumped up from 1. But the 2 or 3 teams didn't do enough, in my opinion, to bump up from the spot that they were, which is why we have Astros at 1, Yankees at 2, Dodgers at 3. But the Astros, for them this year, it's been their bullpen. Their bullpen is why they are here. Last year was a middle-of-the-pack bullpen. This year, it's been the best in baseball. Their winning percentage in one-run games has been the best in baseball because of it. And they are here at number 1 and round out this week's top 10 Major League Baseball Power Rankings.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.